Hey Capricorn, and welcome to your weekend tarot love reading. And when I was focusing on your weekend tarot love reading here, Capricorn, I felt a lot of activation around my heart chakra. I think a lot of you are working through some, and this is feeling more past, but like emotional trauma that you've endured in your life. And you're really working through to find out how to clear that out or heal it or transmute it. However you process your inner wounds. Um, there's not like just one way of healing yourself when it comes to wounds, especially around the heart chakra. Our heart chakra is where our essence resides too. And if you got a lot of wounds, I'm going to label it as wounds around your heart chakra, that's deep. That is deep. Because that's the deepest aspect of who we are. So these are really deep core wounds. And if they're really impacting you right now, it doesn't matter who you are, Capricorn. If they're impacting you now, and it was something from the past, then this is a repeat cycle for you, Capricorn. And look, it's that repeat cycle is showing up in your first card here. And I can see that this reading is even a little bit hazy, even from my perspective here. But Capricorn, I'm just gonna draw some more cards for you, and then we'll see how it unfolds for you for your weekend energy checkup on you. Because I'm a feeling this is gonna be more about you than the person you're connected to. So if you don't want to find out about yourself, then this is probably not the channel for you. Because when you're connected to someone else, they're always going to mirror an aspect of you. So if you're working through situations with your person, it's really drawing your energy back to you. And you have to go within that heart chakra, find out where the pain is residing, because pain is manifested from wounds. And it's a way of your body alerting you that it's there. One of the tricky things about past trauma is if it's a continuous cycle, which is showing up in your reading, then you have to also sit back with it and see if it's just your ego playing it out. Because one thing that the ego does do is play out past trauma. And it's kind of programmed to do that. I say kind of because it doesn't have to. It doesn't, or I should say, you don't have to. Your ego can because it's kind of programmed that way, but you don't have to feed into it. In fact, you could change your paradigm, your perspective, to change how you feel within you. It's all about inner alignment and really refocusing pain into a way that can empower you. Yes, pain eventually can empower you. Think about when you go to the gym and you work out. You have the resistance there. And then lactic acid starts to build up in your muscles. Your muscles begin to ache. And you're like, but it's an ache that kind of feels good because it's almost like you know that you're working your muscles out and you're going to get results from that because of the resistance. So like pain is another form of resistance. And it also keeps us from going back. It also keeps us from re-experiencing that trauma so I have to go back and experience it over and over and over again. So it keeps us all that vicious cycle, Capricorn. Now I know all of you are wondering like, this is supposed to be a tarot love reading, Tim. Well, it is. Because love has to start within you first before you can share it with someone else. So if you're watching tarot, that means you're probably not with your person. Because if you're a worthy person, you wouldn't be watching tarot a lot trying to figure out how to be the person or what's going on over there. My biggest recommendation for you, Capricorn, is to return your focus onto yourself. Because whoever you're with, I don't care about labels, whoever you're with, they're always going to mirror an aspect of yourself. So what you see from your person is going to be a reflection of you too. So the only way that you can change that reflection that they're showing you is by changing yourself. I'm not asking you to be someone else. I'm saying change your energy within you. Change those wounds into healing. And then once you heal it, then you can actually empower yourself because you survived. I hate to use the word survivor because a lot of people have a negative concept of surviving. But to survive something meant that you were more powerful than the thing that tried to take you down. So a survivor in essence is very powerful. When you survive something, you overcame something. So you are a conqueror if you survive something. Then you get that power within you to continue on. It's almost like it unlocks you from fear. When you survive your worst fear, then what's there to fear after that? I kind of speak from experience with this too because I'm a brain injury survivor. And I had a near-death experience with that too. And I came back from it. And when I first did, I questioned like, why am I back here? Because where I was heading was a lot fear than here. And I was really wanting to go that way, but it wasn't my time. It wasn't my time. Even when I came back, I felt the resistance here, and it didn't feel good. But I also knew that I had a purpose here. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. So, in this extended version of myself, that's the best way I can put a label on it. I'm gonna do whatever I can while I'm still here. And one of my passions is showing people how to empower themselves, no matter what they are going on in their life. We all have a life to live here, but we don't have to surrender our power within us to be able to have a life here. Because the power within us resonates from our essence, who we really are. And we're all here just for the human experience. Now, I know, Capricorn, you're thinking, what does this have to do about my weekend tarot love reading? Like I said before, if you want to have a good connection with somebody, you have to have it with yourself first. Because if you don't have it for yourself first, you're not going to be able to find it anywhere else outside of you. Because everything starts from within you. Everything you experience starts from within you. So if you're not liking your experience here, then you have to change your inner world in order for the outer world to reflect that. Because the outer world is just reflecting your inner world. And yeah, that does take a lot of connecting to your inner child. And your inner child is going to show all those patterns you've been through that keep you stuck in your pain. And like I said, you're feeling that more in your heart chakra. Look at those swords in the chest. Your chest protects your heart. But when it's penetrated by all that pain, your chest can't protect you from that because it's within you. It's within you. All your chest does is protect from outside trauma. It does a pretty good job with that. You know, like, our bodies are not invincible, but like our chest cavity does a pretty good job of protecting the heart. Because it still allows the lungs that surround it to breathe, to put in the oxygen for the heart to recirculate back into the body through the blood. But anyways, back to your reading, Capricorn. Right now, what I'm really seeing here is an ending of this pain cycle. But for this to really end for you, Capricorn, what action steps are you going to do in your own life to end it? Do you know what you have to do in your own life, Capricorn, to end this cycle of pain that you experience over and over and over and over again? Right? Experience it over and over again. And even your inner child is trying to show you how to get out of this cycle. So what I'm seeing here is a new start after this pain. But it's going to take you connecting to your inner child. Because a lot of, when you have an illness, another label for illness is disease. And what that is a part of your body that isn't at ease. So all this pain is showing you that you're not at ease with something in your own life. And yet you're searching for the truth so that you can feel better about yourself. But everything just seems to be just out of reach because of this. The pain that you feel within you makes you guarded. And if you're really wanting to connect to your heart chakra area, you really have to connect more to your inner child. Inner child is going to show you who you really are. One thing about horses is their energy. It's peaceful, but powerful. Peaceful, but powerful. It's not destructive, but it is powerful. When people watch horses, it makes them at ease. Of course, some people can have a fear of horses, but then we're dipping into a paranoia, not the horse itself. There's a difference there. One's based out of fear, and the other one's, so fear is going to have its perception. But horses are a gentle creature, yet powerful. They don't cause harm to people. In fact, a lot of horses in their connection with humans is at ease. And the horse will do whatever it can to protect their connection with the person that they share that connection with. So horses could be a beautiful example of connection. And what I'm seeing here is that being played out here for yourself. You have to be connected within you before you can have connection with anybody else. And your inner child is going to show you how to be connected again so that you can add value to your life. Instead of value being just outreach, you can actually start to embrace it, but you're going to have to end the cycle that you're in right now. Right now, you're going through a very painful ending right now. Yeah, I can see it probably involves a lot of judgments from other people. But the only way that other people's judgments can really affect you is when you allow it to affect you. So you have to take responsibility knowing that you're holding on to it still because it's in the past. You're holding on to it because it's in the past. That's another reason why this is in reverse. These are past traumas and wounds. So if it's in the past and it's currently not happening, leave it in the past and be more in the present moment where you actually are empowered, who you truly are. This is who you are in the present moment. But what's keeping you from feeling that way is the past trauma. The past trauma. So you got this duality going on within you, Capricorn. You got this part of you that knows that you are empowered, but then your past creeps in. Makes you feel like this, and then it's hard for you to connect to your inner child. A lot of you are trying to maintain that connection with your inner child. So, what are you doing for yourself, Capricorn, to help you be connected so that you can be empowered, so you can get out of this vicious cycle of pain, so you can be empowered with who you really are? Because you know who you really are. So, it's your choice, Capricorn. Do you want to be empowered, or do you want to be disempowered by your wounds? That's up to you, Capricorn. No one can make that choice but you. Well, I love you, Capricorn, and enjoy your weekend. Bye.